collective chat. And we are here to help you unleash your creativity, find your passion and desire of the person that you are here to be. A little bit better. And you make my life a little bit better. And you make my life a little bit better. Be yourself. Be yourself, Lee. Be yourself.
Okay, my name is Lee Thurston. I'm with the Collective Chat. And who do we have here today?
I'm Liz.
I am John.
And what is your current relationship?
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Boyfriend, girlfriend. Mm-hmm. How long have you been dating?
Almost, going on 6 years.
Yeah, that's like up for question, right?
No. We dated for a year before he made it official and told me I could be his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. So you put a title to it.
Lived with him.
Right, it was official. I mean, it was 6 years, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just kind of laugh at it now.
Yeah, because there's always, when people ask us, we always go back and forth for like
Okay.
5 minutes.
How did you meet?
I was his waitress. I worked at a diner, and him and his girlfriend at the time of 12 years would always come in at the end of the day when there was no one there, and I just thought they were great. I thought she was really nice, and they were a really cute couple. And I literally talked to them about their life and my life for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day he came in by himself.
Yeah, well, that relationship ended. I didn't, so like.
Oh, yeah,
that
no.
person, I came in by myself. But, yeah, it's really crazy because I had, at the time, I had just gotten my nieces. I adopted my 2 nieces. Mm-hmm. And, you know, my head was a little bit spinning because that relationship ended that I was in. So I was a single dad who's never had kids, mm-hmm. and just picked up 12 and 14-year-old girls. And yeah, so needless to say, it was a little rough. And she offered some great advice, and we talked about it a lot over breakfast. Well, we eat breakfast, her trying to work. You know.
So who was attracted to who first?
Oh, I thought he was
That's up for debate too, I guess.
You thought he was out of your league?
Yeah, I thought he was really handsome, and she had been some kind of woman to have a guy like him. And I thought she was wonderful too, so I was just like, oh, great people.
Yeah, it was pretty.
But I would never because they were together. It just wasn't.
It was a mutual attraction, I would say.
And how did you feel about her when you saw her?
Oh, she's beautiful, you know, right out of the gate, very much so. But you know, obviously I was in a relationship at the time, and the strange part about it is, towards the end of my previous relationship, I would leave the diner with my girlfriend at the time, and we were obviously having issues and stuff, and she had issues with taking on the girls and that type of thing. And after speaking, the 3 of us would speak a lot, and Liz would be talking about her kids, and she was a single mom with 2 boys.
And I studied psychology too, so I was.
And I'll never forget, we're leaving the diner one day, and she goes, "See, you need someone like that. That's exactly the type of person you need to be with right there."
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love stuff like that. Like I wanted to get in there and help them out with the girls, and the teenagers, and it's just what I studied to do. And I was like, oh wow, if I was in that situation, I'd do really good. And she would come in saying I'm not doing too good with it, and I'm just like, just stick it out. You'll get. And inside I'm like, oh, I wish I was in your place.
Yeah. You want to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ultimately, we're all friendly. My ex and we're all kind of friendly. So, and I told her that and reminded her that she had said that. And at the time when I had spoken to her, she's like, well, I see that there's someone at the house. I'm just wondering, is it someone I know? And I'm like, yeah, it's someone I know. And eventually, it was when I told her it was Liz. She took a breath and said, I'm really relieved. I'm glad. And it's just one of those things that I think it's kind of evident when a couple is meant to be from other people. Even I have to say that. So it's almost like God holds out on that perfect match until you're done practicing. And so I got a lot of practice. I've been in a few long relationships, and so now I get the right thing.
Okay. So what was your first date?
What was the what?
What was your first date?
Oh, our first date.
Official date, I should say.
I don't know what you go with that.
I'll let you know that one.
I guess the official,
What would it be?
the beach or the casino.
Probably the casino.
Are you serious? We had exchanged phone numbers and we had kind of texted here and there. I still didn't know that like he even liked me like that. I just thought he was just asking for advice. I said if you want anyone to stay with the girls anytime, like you go out or something, just let me know. Because when when he became living by himself, and then one day he texted me. I said, "What are you doing?" Or he texted me or something. We were just talking, and then I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm in." Was it Foxwoods?
Foxwoods.
So I'm in Foxwoods, and I was just out by myself, and I was a single mom, so I didn't do much. And then I'm like, I thought to myself, and he goes, "You should come here."
Just randomly threw it out there.
Just out of the blue.
Did- did
We
not-
hadn't hung out at all outside
No,
of work.
I was
didn't
just
even
a
know.
buddy of mine down there.
I didn't even know he liked me. And he's like, "You should come here." I'm like, okay. So I called my friend and I was like, "Where's Foxwoods?" Because I don't even know where it is. And they're like, "Connecticut." I'm like, "What?" Of course, of all the places. And then I don't know, something came over me. I'm like, I think I'm gonna go. I called my sister. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Connecticut. She's like, go, because she knew. Well, I explained the situation. She's like, go, because I never did anything like that. And I drove to Connecticut, and we hung out.
Did you win, by the way?
Not money.
No? Well, we know you won in another sense, but monetary wise. Okay.
Yeah, we talked for hours. All we did, everything was closed by the time I got there. It takes like 3 hours to get there.
Right.
And so by the time I got there, we just kind of sat in like the main area or whatever and literally talked for like 3 or 4 hours. It was like forever.
That time I left in barrel and suspenders and a great woman, so that was about it.
Hey, bonus prize, right?
So that was a win. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you guys feel about trust in a relationship?
I think it's without question. You know, I think there's a tremendous amount of trust in this relationship, and it is kind of different than the last relationships I've been in. You know, for several reasons. You know, I wasn't as good back in previous relationships in previous years, and the older I got, the more practice I got, the more I valued the trust. And in this sense, this is the first one where I never really even thought about it twice.
At
So
all.
trust is there. Yeah, it just isn't really questioned.
I would have to say for me, I guess, I mean, I've always been kind of like tough with that just because of own insecurities and stuff. And it took a while, but it was just his unconditional, like always making me feel that without a question that he loves me and that he's never going to go anywhere. I mean, it takes years of that, of like convincing me that was the case, but he's never like given me any reason. And anytime I would feel like insecure, it would just be like going out of his way to make sure I don't. And it's just, and even like when we argue and stuff, there's no question, there's no suggestion of going anywhere. It's always like, we are going to work this out. We don't even talk about anything ending, like it's not even going to go there. And just over time, I've never felt such a security in my life, like just knowing it's never going to go, no matter what. And it's like that even gets stronger. Like even when it was initially planted, which took a long time, the longer I have that feeling, which I've never known before, the stronger it gets. So even if I do have a moment where I feel like, oh wow, that girl's really beautiful, and you start getting the thoughts, whatever, it's just like, I know in my heart he would never
He wouldn't go that way.
go anywhere with anyone else, because he's convinced me thoroughly and completely that he loves me.
Now, how do you guys communicate that? Do you communicate it verbally,
Does it
in
better than I
person,
do.
text, or how do you do it?
It's pretty constant, really. I mean, we're very affectionate. You know, we're constantly, we'll hold hands everywhere, and we're always together. First of all, it's
We
Okay.
don't leave each other's side.
I mean, it's really, and that's a whole other thing. And, it's like we genuinely don't want to be apart. Like it's, a lot of times people like to go do their own thing a lot and hang out with their friends, and it's all good, and it works for some people, but kind of don't really miss it.
If he's not around, if he's working or something, I don't want to go out. I've had girls ask me like, oh, you want to go out for a girls' night? And I was like, let me know when you're going to go out with the husbands. Because
Really?
it's not even
And
because...
there's no pressure behind
No,
that.
he would
It's
never...
strictly choice.
I just don't know. Just don't want to go anywhere without him, so...
Now, how do your friends feel about that?
That's always been kind of tough, I think.
More so
in
with
some
him.
cases.
I mean, I didn't really have very many friends. I was a single mom, and worked and went to school, and I didn't go out much or hang out with people, or I have one best friend, but she lives an hour away. So I mean, I didn't really have anybody that really had an opinion about it. So, but he's like the mayor of the world. And he's got like hundreds of thousands of friends, and his close ones had a hard time because it changed their relationship.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, he has a best friend who's a female. They've been friends for 30 years. She's a great woman. She's married. And they were very close, best friends. And they still are, but it changed their relationship. And I think a lot of people who do fall in love and get that deep into a connection do have a problem with that, because it is going to change your interactions with other people. It changes the whole situation. And a lot of people have been like, oh, you know, ever since you got with her, like, you don't care about me as much anymore. And it's an adjustment. And I even understand, of course, like from her position, that's got to be a hard thing to adjust to.
She's worked hard at it too over the years now.
And it took us a while. Now we have a friendship, like me and her. So we have our own, like...
So she understands a lot more.
She does. It makes her an even better friend. You know, that she can bring herself to do it. It's hard.
But it was a transition now.
You know, it's we're lucky though. She's a good person. She's kind of like family to us now. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's there for you if you guys need to talk.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Yeah.
So how long have you known her and, you know, progressed into your relationship?
Is how long have I known
Who, Maureen?
Maureen,
The friend?
Maureen? Oh, geez, yeah. It's been a long time. It's
Do you want to tell them?
well, yeah. We went out a little bit in the beginning.
dated
It was
when
like
he was
30 years
16.
ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was, well,
Like just...
then it wasn't 30 years ago. Then it was what, 25 or something.
No, you're that old. I'm still...
40 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, quite some time ago. And it was for a few years. It was like 2.5 years, 3
Okay.
years.
She's old now.
And,
She was like
yeah,
20-something.
Yeah.
He was 16.
I was 16, so
Whoa.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, those were the 80s. But
He's a rock star.
yeah.
Wait, is it Mayor or the rock star? Which is it? Or is it both?
Both.
Yeah.
Well, he's a musician, so he knows everyone.
Oh, okay.
He's like... So I call him the mayor.
Right.
So you're comfortable as far as him knowing a lot of people. You understand, okay, at the end of the day, I know where I'm going. I know where he's going.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about anything.
It took a while to get there. I mean, I was never like crazy about it, but it did take a lot of him like convincing, working on me.
Yeah, because him being a musician, I mean, I've
And
seen,
I,
you know.
yeah.
So-
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'm always a very private person. I don't like the spotlight. I don't like a lot of attention, and let alone a lot of attention on like mine thing. Like don't look at him. Like, but no, I don't know. It's a lot easier to deal with than I thought it would.
Well,
Just
we'll get to
because
some
of
time.
yeah,
Yeah, for
just
sure.
because of the relationship.
and it really is because of the strength behind everything that she would probably even be willing to work on that and get better with that type of situation.
Right, with no one else, I don't think I could do it. But it's because
But this is a
him and
unique
it's my
situation,
soulmate.
right?
Yeah.
And the trust and the foundation makes it possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's done quite a bit in her life. She's been in the military, single mom, 2 boys. She's started herself in school. She's in college now. She's working on her master's degree. So she's a great woman. You know, I'm lucky to have her.
Hey,
Shucks.
he's pulling you up here. Now, how do you feel in his sense?
Oh my goodness. He's like the most amazing person I've ever met in my life, and because of him, like I think I am who I am today. I don't think I would have made it much farther. I mean, in the not least
Sure.
dramatic way possible, but I mean, I'm a better person all around because he's taught me so many things. He's like, I call him among the mayor and the musician, he's a saint also. He's got the patience of a saint. He's the kindest man ever. He had a little bit of a temper. And
So you balance each other out.
He's really helped me in ways I never, ever thought I could.
But for someone with a temper, she receives a message. You know, it's not she doesn't fly off the handle and put her hands over her ears. She's always listening, always cares about what I have to say or how things are going. And I know she's a little younger than me too, so I think that there's a kind of a respect in my experience with stuff with other.
Oh yeah.
With just like I said, I had a lot of practice with, you know.
He's so wise, and I think you're even wise beyond the many years you already.
Well, there's
I really like driving that one. It's a fun one.
Yeah. Well, there's certain places we won't go, and you know, in dealing with getting angry, and everybody, you know, all relationships, you're gonna have some sort of issues and conflict, and I think the one thing that's so important is to, for us anyways, the love always supersedes the conflict. So there's places that we won't go in the heat of anger.
He's had to teach me that though.
And it's, I mean, I have a hard time following it myself, but I do, and she does.
Okay.
It's like, we won't call each other names ever, no matter how mad.
Not stupid, not nothing.
Nothing. Never just direct like a.
And I even try to find loopholes. Like, you're not stupid. You just
you're acting.
Acting like a stupid person. if there was one, then and he's just like, no, that's still no. I'm like, fine. Dang it.
We don't do that. We don't do that. Cut that out. No.
Yeah. And now it just he's worked on me so much that it would never come out.
Yeah. And it really doesn't. It's
In the
like it's
beginning.
not like second nature anymore. You know.
Right.
Even
Well, it's
for
second
me.
nature to not now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's first nature to not.
Now, question: if you have any advice for future couples or people watching the show, what would you say to them?
Well, I would say definitely don't settle.
Right.
You don't
that's
want
what
to
I
settle.
was gonna say. If you have to force it, like if you feel like you're going crazy, it's probably because they're not making you feel comfortable
That's
enough.
true.
And then you're being crazy, and then, well, I'm just saying, typically the girl usually feels crazy because they're insecure, and the guy's not making her feel comfortable enough. And then he's saying, oh, you're crazy. And then girls, then we're like, oh, why am I so crazy? Like, I push everybody away because I can't control myself, but it's just not the right situation. Let it go and wait till someone makes you feel not crazy.
Yeah, there's a fair shot at something, and you have to know
Right.
when that is.
Yeah.
And if like all the stuff that we're saying, that the way we treat each other and what we don't do and do, if you find yourself there's only one-sided in a relationship, that only one person can do that stuff, then you want to kind of reevaluate, I would think.
Right.
And when it's there, and it comes back, and that's when you'll find it. You'll find the magic there. So I would. That's my advice.
Yeah, and everything I feel like people say like are going wrong, like that that when they think they mess up a relationship or whatever, like we've done too. It just was because it happened only because it wasn't with the right person.
Okay.
And the work becomes worth it. It's instantly worth it. It's not. I know a lot of people say relationships are a lot of work. Sure, it is, but
Not like
when the value is there for both, then it's really not work. It's because you're making yourself better at the same time.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming out, for sharing with us. And,
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you guys.